I'm at 16100 WestSide Road in Yamhill. This is a view of the front of the home. And I'm going to walk out onto the street and identify the property line issue first. Okay, the house is behind the trees there. And here we are at the southernmost edge of the property. This stake right here was identified by John's surveyor. John's now living in the house next door here. If you line up the stakes right here, I'm pretty much exactly lined up there. You can see the two metal silos are on John's property that he lives on now. And that barn that's a green color, the property line goes right through this edge of the building. I'm going to go ahead and walk down there right now and show you where the line goes there. Okay, here we are next to that barn. And if I line up the flags, pretty much this end of this enormous barn is cut off by this property marker. Okay, here we are on the other side of that barn, and that marker's been knocked down, but you can see right here, you know, the line of approximately where it cuts through this barn. This is a pretty good sized barn right here. So, bank owns most of this barn. John owns the southern corner of it. Now, the next issue is this massive, massive structure here, which is currently being used to store straw. The property line cuts right through this corner of the property here. So approximately, I would say about 15 feet in on this enormous barn here is cut off. There's some other issues such as shared power. Over by my car over there is where the main power comes in for this entire barn, and it is on this property. And then this enormous greenhouse looking barn here is mainly on our property, but you can see right there the flag down on the sidewalk cuts off this corner of this barn also. So we've got three barns affected by this. Here's the inside of this barn, which used to be used, looks like, as some kind of a giant greenhouse. And there's the marker on the other side of that barn, cutting off this end of it. The property then goes out with various angle changes across the other side of the pond. And the red barn here is completely on this property. It's mainly just used for storage. And these barns are also on the property. Everything's getting very old and in a very run-down state. There's one other issue relating to the well. Apparently this property does have its own septic system, but it shares a well with the other property that John still owns. And I'll show you that. Here's the main power coming in from the city. And there's just a quick shot of the power meter. This apparently is an oil tank for the oil furnace, which is currently empty. There's the back deck. An old hot tub. And a lot of missing decking. And right out here is where the well comes. Apparently the main water and the shutoff is down underneath this cover here, which is on the other property. The line then comes across, and approximately where that blue garbage can is, it forks to the house. The problem is it then goes back to the other property that John owns. So in order to shut off the water to this property, you're also shutting off a portion of his property. So there'd need to be some kind of plumber excavate here and put in an additional valve to be able to shut off just this house.